I don't watch subtitled anime and why I will only watch anime that have been dubbed. I'm not going to talk about the dub dissing that is so unbelievably common, and I'm not going to talk about why I think that subs are praised a little more than they need to be, especially when we're talking about the voice acting in subs being better. How would you know that? You don't speak Japanese, you're reading subtitles. It's very difficult to tell if voice acting is good when you don't speak the same language. In my opinion, as someone who's watched French subbed stuff, because I speak French and it was trying to help me. Like, I could not tell you if that was good voice acting or not. Shout out to Miraculous for helping me during French. But that's where I'm gonna leave that for now. I just wanna talk about why I don't enjoy watching subs personally. The biggest reason would be I'm super dyslexic. So if I'm sitting there watching a show and I have to read like words on the bottom of the screen in order to know what's being said and what's happening, so much of my brain power is going to be focused on reading those words that I'm going to miss what's happening. I'm going to miss certain words because I don't read as fast as many people do because I'm dyslexic. I might not understand what's happening as well because I don't have the best reading comprehension. I might have to watch it a couple times to understand because I still have to read things more than once sometimes to understand what's happening. I still read pretty slow. This isn't to say that this is every person with dyslexia, but this definitely is me. So it's just so unenjoyable to watch a show where I'm having to read to know what's happening, especially when you think about the fact that there are words being said behind me, like behind it, as I'm reading something in a different language. By different language, I mean the subtitles are in English, but someone's speaking Japanese, and I can understand that words are being said. They're words I don't know, but they're words, and that just confuses my brain. And I don't watch anime to be confused. I don't watch anything to be confused. So it's just unenjoyable. And the whole point of watching shows, of watching anything, listening to anything, is to enjoy it. And if I'm not enjoying it because reading the subtitles is making it difficult for me, and there's a dub available, why wouldn't I just watch the dub? And I understand that a lot of people say that not much is dubbed. There's a lot more out there that is subbed than is dubbed, and that's entirely true. And I'm sure I'm missing out on a lot of shows, 100%. That does not take away from the fact that watching something subtitled in a different language is not the move. I don't like it. The only time I ever did that was when I was taking French. And I would do English subtitles, I'd have the French speaking, mostly so like if I didn't understand a certain phrase, I could look down at the subtitle and quickly see the translation. And I might have to freeze it and go back a couple times. And eventually I got to the point where I just needed the French subtitles because, you know, French can be hard to understand sometimes. I think any foreign language, when you learn it at first, can be really hard to understand when someone is speaking it. So I would have the French subtitles so that I could understand what was being said along with it. But I also understood French. And I'll say, that was way easier than English subtitles and French speaking. It's also way more enjoyable. With Japanese, I don't know Japanese. I don't speak Japanese. I don't understand a word of that language. So why am I watching a show in Japanese when I could watch it in English without subtitles? I don't know. It just makes more sense to me that way. And I understand if you really want to watch a show and it's only subtitled and you can bear it, go for it, more power to you. If you really like the subs more than the dubs, more power to you. But people like me need dubs. This was very short and very babbly, but I felt like it needed to be said. I don't know. Anyone else agree with me? Anyone else have like a different reason for not liking subs or not liking dubs? Does this make it more understandable why some people would prefer the dub over the sub? Like, I've heard every explanation in the book for why someone would prefer the sub. It still hasn't changed my mind, and it still oftentimes doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So maybe someone else will hear this and be like, oh, well, I get that you're dyslexic, but all the other explanations don't make sense. I don't know. What do you think? Tell me. Am I wrong? I don't think I'm wrong because I think this is entirely an opinionated situation. Stop hating on dub lovers. Dubs are great. Anyways, hope you have a wonderful day. Stay safe, stay smart, work hard. Bye.